I'm going to show you how I'm building my first 100 raving fans with a Facebook group and an email list. In this module, we're diving into an essential topic for any entrepreneur: serving your audience. This is an area where many fall short, often because they fear spamming their clients. We're not here to spam. We're here to serve at the highest level. I want to go through this first before jumping into how to build your audience, because when you provide genuine value around a problem that your audience is having, your audience will appreciate it and sales will naturally follow. Conversely, if you spam them, you're going to see your sales dwindle. So let's talk about how to wake up every single day with a mission to build your raving fans and serve them at the highest level. First, create a gathering place that addresses their problems. In this specific training, you're going to see me focus on Facebook groups. For example, our groups like the Natural Acid Reflux Support Group, which I'm building now, or my Dry Eye Syndrome Support Community that I've built in my previous business. Now I'm going to go through this, and it's going to be the easiest way to provide value to the hardest way to provide value. I recommend doing all of them, but I don't want you to get intimidated by providing value. Just do it. And so after we've started building this group, the next thing we want to do is we want to post to our community or email blogs from other people that provide value for the problem that you solve. You can set up a Google Trend alert for your niche and share this valuable content if you're not creating your own. The second best thing you can do, or the second easiest thing, is you can write your own blogs. This is another fantastic way to serve your audience. Post these blogs in your community or email them to your list. Remember, the goal is to serve, not sell. Another great tool going along the blog route is a listicle. A listicle is just a simple, helpful list. It could be like the 7 best eyelid scrubs, 7 best natural remedies for acid reflux, the 7 best natural deodorants. Listicles can also offer remedies or solutions, making them incredibly valuable. This is also how you can build your one-page PDF, which we'll go to in later videos as well. So once you've written a blog, you can now record a video discussing it and post it to your community. This adds a personal touch and makes the content more engaging, and you can put those videos at the top of your blogs, leading to more engagement on your blog. Now, the hardest thing you can do is going live in your community, but it's another powerful way to connect. Discuss the blog posts or even someone else's content, and of course, credit them if you do. The key thing is consistency. Consistency is key. Post in the group or email your audience at least once a week. As you write blogs and research solutions, keep your list engaged by adding this content to your email flow and drip out emails every 3 to 4 days to keep your audience connected and interested. By consistently providing value, you keep your audience engaged. When it's time to sell, they'll remember how much you've helped them and will be more inclined to buy from you. Always remember, the more value you provide, the more sales you'll make. The more spam, the fewer sales you'll make. In the rest of this module, I'm going to show you how I'm building my first 100 raving fans with a Facebook group and an email list. You can adapt these methods to fit your style and build your audience however you'd like, but this is how we are doing it. Let's jump in.
Giving your email address in return for something may not seem like a very personal decision for us because we are in the internet marketing world, but to your audience, it is very personal. Whatever you decide to give them, whether it be a listicle, a book, a coupon, has to be 10 times the value of them giving you their email address. What is the biggest problem that your product can solve? It can be something as simple as a short PDF cheat sheet, a coupon for a product, or as extensive as a free dry eye treatment book or a free Amazon PPC course, like you can see from pineapple.com. Here's a couple examples. In iLove, we served postmenopausal dry eye sufferers. We gave them a free Rethinking Dry Eye treatment book. In Dr. Berry's, we served postmenopausal acid reflux sufferers. We gave them a free acid reflux book. For Profitable Pineapple, we serve people that want to get to 1 million and 10 million, supplements, healthcare providers. We give them a free Amazon PPC course as a lead magnet. We'll go into how to acquire their email addresses later, but I wanted you to start thinking about what you want to give away for free in exchange for that email address. Amazon has a few different ways to make coupons, and I prefer a clicked coupon now versus the promotional code that we used to do in the past. The object of value here is the discount that they are receiving as a result of giving up their email address. So it has to be worth a lot. The more you go, the better it's going to be. I recommend going all the way up to 50%, if not higher. Coupon redemption on Amazon is low. It's 30 to 40%, and you don't have to fear giving away all your profits. Remember, the goal is to get email addresses and sales. You can also do this on Shopify page as well. The second thing you can do is give away a book. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Giving away a book that solves a problem that your product solves, or that solves a problem that your ideal customer has. Again, we wrote a 200-page book called Rethinking Dry Eye Treatment that you can purchase on Audible, Kindle, and paperback. You don't have to do that, by the way. And we give a PDF version away in exchange for an email address. Your book does not have to be a 200-page book, like I just said. It could be as short as a 10-page book with pictures. Keep it simple. And in your book, be sure to mention your product or your products as being a solution to their problem. You can hire someone on Fiverr or do this for you, or use ChatGPT as well, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit. Thirdly, you can just give out a handout, a simple one-page PDF that again solves the problem that your product solves. Do you see a trend with all of these? Your customer has a problem and they are looking to solve it. Address the problem first and then give them the solution, which is usually your product. An example of this would be that a lot of people have trouble knowing what to do naturally to heal their acid reflux. So we had a nutritionist on Fiverr write us a short 15-page book about acid reflux. And then we created this ugly landing page, which you can check out down below to get their email address. Don't worry about a landing page yet. We're going to get into that later. I just want you to see an example of this. After you've determined what type of giveaway to use for your audience, it doesn't have to be time consuming to make it. Whether it be a book or a simple handout, you can have it made, like I said before, with Fiverr, use ChatGPT, or write it yourself. You can create your coupon code pretty easily on Amazon or Shopify as well. Now let me switch over my screen. I'm going to show you how I use ChatGPT to create a very simple one-page PDF lead magnet. And I'm going to take that information over to Fiverr, and then we're going to use that to have someone make it for us and make it look pretty. All right, let's show you how to create a one-page PDF lead magnet based on whatever problem your product solves. So I'm going to take this. I have the ChatGPT prompt below this video. Put it right into here. Hi, ChatGPT. I need help creating a one-page PDF lead magnet based on the following content. The PDF should be engaging, informative, and providing clear value to the reader. Here's the content. Acid reflux. Let's do 7 natural remedies for acid reflux and include my product, Dr. Barry's Fatal Health. So you can see right there, it gave you pretty much all the information you need to create a PDF around the 7 natural remedies for acid reflux. And then it can talk about your product in here as well. You can move that to number 1 as well, or you can just leave it there. You can have your website group, your Facebook group, and everything on that PDF as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to Fiverr. I'm going to type in design a one-page PDF. I'll design a professional business flyer, brochure, or postcard. So then I'm just going to hire one of these people. You can see prices range anywhere from $5, hence the name Fiverr, all the way up to $100. So it just depends on if you want American or not American. And then you're just going to hire this person, and then you're going to send them this right here. So send them this whole thing and say, I need a design, and then maybe send them your website or your product to get them an idea of what it's going to look like or what it should look like, because you want it to match your brand. And then once you hire the designer and send it off, it should come back to you in about 1 to 2 days, and then you have your lead magnet. When planning this out, I recommend doing a little bit of research and outlining your book or handout so the writer knows what you have in mind, or even ChatGPT knows what you have in mind. That's the route you choose to go. If you're not sure about the problem your product solves, then I would recommend calling a few customers and asking them why they bought your product. You can also check out your reviews of your product to determine why the customer bought it. Address the whole giveaway around this one problem and address the solution as being your product.
In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a group. It's actually super simple. And then we're going to ask 3 questions when they enter the group so we can get more information on. So here I am in my personal feed of my personal page on my Facebook. I'm just going to come over here and click groups. And then right over here, you're going to click create new groups. So you're going to create a group. You're going to call it whatever your problem is. So let's just say you're going after pregnant women. You can go after like pregnancy support group. Choose privacy. I like to start it out as a public group. You can always move it to private later, but a public group is going to be seen more organically, whereas in a private group is only seen when you send them to that link. And so you can change it to private later. You cannot change it back to public, but you can't change a private group to public. So always start with a public group and then invite as many friends as you can think of to get started. And so we want to have some activity in that group before we go live with it. And so that's why we want to invite as many friends as possible. Okay, we're now going to hit create. Once you get it approved or once it gets made, you can then come down here and go to Admin Assist. The first thing we're going to do is come to Admin Assist, and we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. We're going to publish a welcome post. So we're going to click Add and then hit Continue. You can read this as well. So you can do this on a repeating schedule or when a specific number of people join. I usually just do a repeating schedule, and I'm going to write a message in here that's going to welcome the new members. Thanks for joining the pregnancy support group. And I like to put a couple resources here. So a few resources for you. Number 1, check out our blog. Number 2, check out our, whatever your lead magnet is, our free lead magnet. Don't say that. Check out our free ebook on acid reflux or something. Then if you have your product up and live, and check out our recommended supplement for pregnancy here. And then put your Amazon attribution link here. And then you can do this once a week, and then you can put your date and time, and it'll just repeat weekly on that time, like Sunday at 11 p.m. And then you hit add to admin assist. And you can tag if you want, but you don't have to tag. That's just going to tag you in it, say meet your admin team. So therefore we got that one going. The second thing I like to do is I like to make all posts need approval, because you'll get a lot of spam in these groups. And so what you need to do is come down here to group settings, scroll down a little bit into participation. Who can participate in the group? Or here we go, manage discussion, require post approval. Just turn this on. This does mean that you have to approve every post, but it just makes it safer and less spammy. And then the final thing you want to do is do membership questions. So this may take a little bit to pop up, but if you're not seeing it, you can always reach out to support with Facebook. But wait a little bit and it may require approval. So click on membership questions and then just ask questions about what your group's about. So what is your email address required so that we can send your free acid reflux ebook? Question 2, do you have acid reflux? Yes or no? Just kind of getting them involved. What is your biggest pain point with acid reflux? That can give you a lot of marketing information as well. And that's it. So then they answer these. Even if they don't answer these, I still approve them because they're joining the group because they probably have acid reflux. That's simply how you set up a group, and then you set up these 3 questions. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start collecting emails. So you're not only getting group members to join this group, raising their hands, saying that they have a problem with whatever problem you're solving, but then you're also getting email addresses. And so right now, at the time of this recording, we're getting about 20 to 30 cent cost per lead. Lead meaning either they join the Facebook group or they put in their email address or both. And so usually I'd say a third of the people right now are putting in their email address. So we're getting a lead for email is about $1.20. And then to join this group, we're getting it for about 20 cents to 30 cents. So get this going right away. This is how you set up your first raving fans, and getting 100 people in this group does not take time. You can see right here, we're at 383 members, and it hasn't taken us that long to get there. And if you put more money into this at the beginning, like I said, and I will go into this in a later video, but we'll start out by small $5, $10 a day bets, and then you can go bigger once you start seeing it's paying off. All right, let's jump into the next video where I'm going to show you how to set this up and connect it to your email inside Klaviyo. All right, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a list in Klaviyo, how to get the ID, and then we're going to connect it to Group Collector. Now, Group Collector has a great onboarding, so don't be afraid to use their onboarding, and they'll even get on a call with you if you're having trouble. All right, so let's jump in. First thing we're going to do is create a list, and this list is going to be your lead magnet. So if you already have a lead magnet in place, which we do, we have this acid reflux lead magnet list that's pretty much a lead magnet for us. It has a lead magnet page. We're just going to put them into that. Then you can use that same list. Now, if you're going to create a new list, you can come here to List and Segments, Create New, create a list, and then I'm just going to call this one Test. You can put tags on it if you want. So like we could put it like an acid reflux tag or something like that if we wanted to. So we're going to create that list, and then we're going to click Set up a subscribe page. What I want to do now is go to the Settings area, and I'm going to come to Consent. We're going to scroll down here, and I'm going to do a single opt-in, hit Save. And then we're going to come here to this list details and make note of this right here. This is your list ID. You'll need that for later on. All right, let's go over. Now that your list is set up, we can then connect it to a flow. And so when you connect a flow, we're going to call this one Test 2. Call it whatever you want. Oh, I'm going to build my own. We're going to call it Test 2. Create flow. And then the trigger, we're going to select the trigger when they're added to a list, and we're going to add it to test. And then we're going to save. Confirm and save. You can't change that after it's done. And now what we're going to do is add an email immediately. So that's going to put on somebody right away. And then if you need to make time delays, you can do this. We'll go into the email sequence in a later email. But you can see that we can set up time delays, emails, and then when you want to change anything, you just put it here, hit save, and then that will save that. And then when you're ready to set up the email, here's your subject line, preview, select your template if you have one, and then you can write the email as well. So that's how you set up Klaviyo. Now we're going to set up Group Collector. So Group Collector, like I said, is very easy. If you're having trouble, go through this how to set up Group Collector. I don't really need to go through this with you because they do such a good job of getting it set up, installing it with your Chrome extension, and then seeing the GC approve button. You can also schedule a call here if you're having trouble at all. But let's go to the groups area. So you can see we have this group collected. We're going to click add a new group. You're going to put the group name here, test. Actually, I'll show you my other one, Coffee with Pineapples PC Challenge. You're then going to navigate to Facebook, find your group, and then put that URL right here into here. Create group. You can see it's connected right here. So now what we need to do is we can add a Google Sheet if you want to collect the data, which I recommend doing, but we're going to add an autoresponder. So let's click add an autoresponder. Now we're going to select Klaviyo. So right here is where you get your API keys. And then right here where I was showing you before, in the list name, you're going to take this list ID right here, and you're going to put it right here. So how I got to this is you go to your list, you find the list that you want to click into, and then you're going to come all the way down here to settings, and then you're going to do this list ID and name. So we're going to put that there. If you need to do your API key, it's going to be right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to come all the way down here, click on settings. It's going to bring you to this screen right here. You're going to come all the way down here to API keys, and then you're going to create a private API key. I'm not going to go through that because I don't want you to have my API key. And so you click that and then you just name it. So you can see we have a couple APIs set up here. Group Collectors right there. It will give you that API key and then you put it right here. You verify and update, and then once it's all good, it will show up there. All right, so now that we're set up, I'm going to delete this one just because it is a test. Now that it's set up, I'm going to show you what it looks like inside the group. So here we are inside our natural acid reflux support group. So I went to the natural acid reflux page. You can see I'm an admin, so I get this admin assistant. Member requests today, 16 new today. And so what we're going to do here is wait for that GC approve all, or GC approve is here. And then every time you click one of these, it's going to upload it to Group Collector. Then you can see it's accepted. Then we're going to GC approve. Even though some people don't put their email address, I still pretty much do everybody. I approve them just because we want to get them in the group. And remember, I'm spending $6 a day. And so this is just over the weekend. Today's a Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, we got almost 24 new member requests. And I just like to look at all these just to see who I'm dealing with, what they have, what their problems are. So sore throat seems to be a common issue. Upper stomach problems. There's her email address. Here's another one, no data. Here's one, gave us her email address. And so we're just approving these all, and all these are going straight over to Group Collector and collecting the email address. And that's it. So that's what you're going to be doing. And then it's going to go into your drip sequence. In a later video, we'll go over what to email them, but it's pretty much a lead magnet. So what is your email address required that we can send you our free acid reflux ebook? So you're going to send them that acid reflux email in that first email. Then you're going to introduce them to your product as well and further emails as well. Let me know if you have any questions down below. In this video, I'm going to show you how to run Facebook ads for your Facebook group. This is a newer feature that just came out for Facebook groups, and this is a powerful feature. So make sure you use it wisely. Now let's flip over to my screen and we'll get started. All right, so here we are inside our Facebook group. And what I did is I went over to the manage section. So I'm an admin for this, and I went to the manage section. So let's just go back to the front. We're going to go to manage, and then right here is promote group. Click promote group. I like to dedicate at least $5 a day to this. It's going to come up with a description for your Facebook ad just based on your description that you put in. And if your description is good, this should be pretty good too. And it's going to use your picture. So welcome to the Natural Acid Reflux Support Group. And it's going to be a join group. It's a pretty well set up ad if you've set up your group correctly. So what you can do then is come down here, and I'm just going to target the United States, 18 to 65. Managed detailed targeting will now be applied, and that's what I want. That's Facebook knows who has acid reflux because of what they interact with, because of what groups they're in. Facebook is going to show that to those ads, so you don't have to worry about targeting so much. So just use this advanced detailed targeting in that advantaged audience right here. So let's scroll down here. And what I like to do is about $5 a day. And so what I'm going to do is click this. I'm just going to put $1,000, and then I'm going to run that till an end date. So today's May 15th until like July 15th. And so what that's going to be is about $3 a day, My math's correct, but I want to do $5 a day. So 1,000 divided by 90, it's about $11 a day. So my math is not on today. August, September, October. So we're going to spend $1,000 over 160 days, and that's going to be about $5 a day, like $6 a day. And then for this daily, we're going to reach about 113 to 326 clicks. So we should be getting that many new members into our group per day as a result of this ad, spending just $5 a day or $6 a day. All right, that's it. All right, I wanted to show you guys a Facebook ads tweak that I made to help skyrocket, as you can see, our leads. This is our email leads. So we got 71 yesterday. We're already up to 23 today, and it's only 9:30 in the morning. And then you can see what we were getting before was anywhere from 3 to 7 per day. Not much, not even 3 to 7, sometimes none. And so let me show you that change that we made. And this is for my wife's group, where she's writing a book on infant loss. And so let me show you the difference here. So this is the first one I came up with. It follows more of what I showed you in the previous videos on creating a Facebook group ad. And what you can see here, let me just turn off my camera, and is I focused on engagement. I was thinking if we got more engagement on the ad, it might help spread it more. And let me show you why that was wrong. So we spent about $63 in the month of December on this ad. We had about 9,800 impressions, 647 per 1,000 impressions, but only 39 link clicks. And that was $1.63 per link click. That's not even per lead. We were getting about $10 cost per lead. And then I switched it to traffic objective instead of engagement. So inside create, you can see engagement down here. That's what they recommend. I picked traffic because I wanted to get link clicks. And then I've switched to traffic, and you can see right here what happened. So these metrics pretty much stayed the same. You can see we spent about the same, actually a little less on this one. And you can see we got 201 link clicks compared to 40. So this is clicks over to the Facebook group. And so we got 5 times as many link clicks at less costs. So we're $20 less here on this traffic page. So that's 21 cent cost per click. And for about 20 bucks, we got 70 email addresses. So huge opportunity here to get email addresses and to get people to join your group. We had, I think, close to 100 join the group yesterday, and 70 of them left their email address. So that's huge. And you can see 501 clicks, click-through rate actually went down, but our cost per click went to 8 cents. I don't know why that's 6 cents, because that's not right. Here you go. $1.63 to 21 cents. So focusing on traffic and getting more link clicks was a huge, huge change for us. As you can see, went from 3 to 7 leads a day, barely 1 lead a day, to 71 yesterday, and already 23 today, and it's 9 in the morning. Hope this helps. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a simple 3 email flow to engage your new subscribers. The goal of these emails is to build a relationship, introduce yourself, and encourage your subscribers to reply to your emails. So let's jump in and get started. And I made this easy. I created a ChatGPT prompt for you guys down below, so make sure you guys check that out. All right, let me grab that ChatGPT prompt, and then we'll get into it. So we're going to copy that prompt over here, but I need you guys to scroll up and fill this out first. And so I made it in capital letters. Add your story here of why you created what you created. Could be an ebook, could be a product. So this is going to be the story behind why you are here. So why does your company exist? What uniqueness do you bring to the world? What's your story of why you created the acid reflux product or the dry eye product or whatever product you created? And then go into the product a little bit more here too. You can add that information here too. So I'm going to go over to Dr. Barry's. We'll go to our story. You can see this is the whole story right here. All right, we'll bring that over here. Here's your story. Highlight the pain point. So this is going to be, I'm going to go back up here to the products. I'm going to pick this one right now. Product is Heidel Health. You're just kind of putting it in there. It doesn't matter where it is. Just put it in there. So now email 2, where you came from. Continue from the previous email story. Describe how you came to do what you do and when you had your epiphany. Call to action, ask them to reply, include a PS to the giveaway link again. And then email 3, how do you do it for me? And then add compliant reviews and testimonials. So you can go here, check out your reviews. You got to be careful what you're saying here. So we're going to add a testimonial. Let's not add that one. There's one. Okay. So then we'll add that one too. So a couple testimonials, add as many as you want. And then you could add the link to the to your Shopify store or to your Amazon store here. Follow us on social media, so then put your links to social media as well for your brand as well. You can include links right there. All right, so now we're going to let this run. All right, and there you have it. So it creates a simple 3 email sequence for you just like that. I mean, it was super quick. Now what we're going to do is add these into Klaviyo. So we're going to go head over to Klaviyo, log into your account. So we've already set up that list. We did that previously when we set up the Facebook ads. So we created that list around the acid reflux PDF. So now we're going to create a flow. So we're going to come up here to flows. You can see we already have one created. So I'm going to create a flow and just call it test. Build your own test. You can add a tag there if you want. So select a trigger. The trigger that we want is to go back to that list. So when somebody's added to a list, and then you're just going to pick that list. So when they're added to the acid reflux PDF list, they're going to get on this trigger, or they're going to get triggered for this flow. Perfect. Now we're going to add the first email. So we're going to drag this email over, put it in there. This is going to be your email number 1. We're then going to add a time delay. What I like to do is delay it usually about a day. Hit save, and then we're going to grab this email, and then we're going to add a time delay, usually a day. Then we're going to grab an email and set a time delay, and so on. You get the point. So let me just jump into showing you one email just to see how it gets set up. So email number 1, let's go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to scroll all the way back up. ChatGPT, or email number 1, thanks for visiting your giveaway inside. You can even put like, this is just the email name right here. Your giveaway, your acid reflux ebook inside, plus 1 more bonus. All right, so that's good. Now we're going to save, and then we're going to go up here and hit edit template. I like simple text templates. I don't like all these graphics and everything. And so we have a save template that's just simple. It has our banner at the top, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to use that template. And now you can start to edit so I like to have the logo. If you have the logo, linked to your website right here. And so you can do that. You just double click here, and then you can write your story here. So we'll come here, and we're going to copy all this. Then you can see that story right there, and you can format it as you need to just by up here and then over here and display using all that. And then the button, we're going to send it to the URL for the downloadable PDF. Usually we just host it on a Google Drive, and then they'll be able to download it from there. And that's it. That's how you edit an email and create this simple 3-part email sequence. You saw right there that I just wrote 4 emails and put the first email in Klaviyo in less than 6 minutes. So don't let this scare you. This is incredibly easy. It's incredibly easy to follow, and you can do this incredibly quick. So make sure you do it. And we have further instructions down below if you need a step-by-step guide. But by setting this simple 3 email flow, you're going to build a strong foundation for engaging with your new subscribers and setting the stage for future interactions. After these emails, I add them to the drip sequence of blogs, which we're going to cover in a later module, so don't worry about that. So occasionally you may not be able to use the promotions tab inside your group. And if that's the case, you just need to link your group to a page and then advertise from the page. So this is my Facebook page right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for that group and click into it. And then you're going to join this group. So I've already joined the group. And then once you've joined the group, you want to make it an admin. And so I can't join it as an admin because I'm not under my account. So this is my admin account. So what I need to do is switch back to my username. So now I'm under my personal profile in the group. And then I'm going to look for that member. So here's my page. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make it an admin. So we're going to send an invite. And now our page and our group are linked together. Now I'm going to go back to my other one. So this is my page. And then you can see right here, you're now acting on Facebook as this. Yes. And then you've been invited to become an admin to the group. Accept. So now that I'm an admin for this group, I'm now linked to this group. So I'm going to come to this and I'm just going to post a simple Facebook post. Nope, this is showing my post inside the group. So let's go out to my main page. And then I'm going to scroll down here. I've already made this post, so I'm just going to show it to you. But pretty simple post. Do you want to increase your sales on Amazon while having more profitable Amazon PPC ads? Join my free 5-day challenge. And it invites them to join the group. And then before you post it, it will say boost. And so I boosted this for literally $5 a day. I started out at $5 a day and let it run for 7 days just to test it out. And then we'll increase the scale on it if our leads are within a certain parameter. Usually for this, I do anything under $10. $5 is preferred. And then for my Dr. Barry's brand, anything under $2 is great. So I'm going to walk you through an entire way of doing this here in just a little bit in the next video, but I wanted to show you this if you're having trouble finding that promote tab in your group. Now I'm going to walk you through one more time how to link a group and a page, and then we're going to build an ad on the page for the group because we don't have the promote tab inside this group. All right, so this is the page, Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies. Let me open up the group as well, Natural Acid Reflux Support Group. So the first thing we need to do is we need to become a member of this group. And so you're just going to join this group like you would any other group, but you're going to do it as the page. So I'm going to switch over to the page, clicking this right here, or you can come up here and click Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies. So now I'm acting as Dr. Barry's Eclectic Remedies. So now we need to go to the group and we just need to join. And so we're going to try to join. I'm already a member, obviously, so that's why it's not letting me join. Then once we join, we need to become an admin. And so you won't have that admin badge yet. I've already done this obviously for everything, so that's why you can't see it. But then after that, I'm going to go back to my personal profile, come back to the members area, and then you're just going to right click on somebody and invite as admin. Once you've done that, I showed you how to do this in a previous video, so let's do it for this. Invite as admin. Nope, hold on. Let me go down to somebody that's not. Here we go. So we can take this person, invite as admin. So you'll do that for your page. So your page will become an admin for this. So after you do that, we're then going to go back to become our page. And then it will say you've been invited to become an admin and just accept it. So now the group and the page are linked together. If you can't figure out how to do that, Facebook has a million videos on this. So you can just go ahead and do that. Now that we're in here, we're just going to make a simple ad on our page. So on our page, we're going to come over here. What's on your mind right here. And I'm just going to literally use this. So I don't need to do anything else, okay, so we just stole the title from that. I'm just going to grab this link right here. Actually, let's grab the main page link and we're going to put that in here. That will pop in the picture. And so you don't have to worry about making a picture for it. And then we're just going to take the description. We're just going to keep it simple. You don't have to do much. Bring that over, pop this link to the top. This group was created to support those that are trying to manage acid reflux. Our goal is to provide resources, recipes, tips, and information that are useful and practical, a space for conversation and questions with other reflux sufferers. We believe that lifestyle choices regarding food, exercise, rest, and supplementation are tremendously beneficial. We advocate for every person to take responsibility of their own health journey. That's pretty much it. So then we're going to come in here and we're going to click Boost Post and click Post. We're going to continue. I'm going to publish original post because we're not doing an event. So it's currently posting, and then it's going to pull up your ads manager for you of a boosted post. And we're going to keep it incredibly simple. So make sure you have your ad account created. And we're just going to use Advantage Plus targeting. You can narrow it down a little bit. We target more postmenopausal females, kind of in that 35 plus age range, but we can just leave it right here. Leave it at United States. You don't have to go too narrow. We want about 100 million in our audience list. And that's it. So we're going to do it probably over 30 days just to test it out. And I like to do about $5 a day. You can always increase it and decrease it as you see fit, but that's usually a pretty good start, is just $5 a day for about 30 days. And if you want to test faster, you spend more money faster. And so with a group that I'm trying to be more aggressive with, or that I've proven to work, I might do $50 a day. But I like to start out at $5 a day. I like to start small and then go bigger. And it's just going to show up in Facebook because you're trying to get people in the Facebook group. And that's it. I wanted to record a quick video about Facebook retargeting. And I almost don't want to call it retargeting because the old model of using pixels to retarget people on Facebook is kind of dead. Pixels are going to be dead within the next year or so. So what I want you to do is focus on creating just a good Facebook ad. A good Facebook ad will retarget people that are on your website. Facebook knows that it knows more than you do about the people that you're trying to target. So if you're targeting somebody with menopause or targeting someone with acid reflux, it's going to know what to go after and who to go after, because they know who's in that purchase state, who's looking for more information on that kind of thing. So just remember, we're trying to make a good Facebook ad, not necessarily a good ad or a retargeting ad. Now, with that being said, focus on your Google ads first. The reason we focus on the Google ads first is because we're looking for winning messaging. we're looking for articles that are meeting our target ROAS, like this one right here. So 1.18 ROAS is right at our target. That's exactly what we want to hit. And then this other one is at a 1.25, right at our target ROAS. And so we know those are winning articles. The messaging is right. And we want to now try Facebook to it. Now, the problem with just driving Facebook right back to this article is that these attribution links are tied to your Google ads. And so it's not going to be as helpful. So what we need to do is we need to just replicate this whole article. Super easy to do inside Shopify, super easy to do inside WordPress. So we're just going to replicate the article. Once we replicate the article, we're then going to make new attribution links that are targeting specifically for this Facebook ad. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm not going to show you that complete process because it would take forever, but I'm going to create a whole new section. Instead of Google ads, it's going to say Facebook ads spend, but nothing else changes. You're going to have your Facebook ad spend. You're going to have your revenue from Amazon attribution. Your ROAS will be the same, or it calculates the same. The click-throughs, everything is the same, except we're now sending Facebook ads traffic versus Google ads traffic. Now, the big difference you have to understand, and the reason I promote Google ads first, is that Google ads is search intent-based marketing. People are searching for specifically what your article answers, for what your product solves. Facebook and TikTok are interruptive marketing. They're on Facebook, they're on TikTok to entertain themselves. Now you're trying to take them off of Facebook or off of TikTok to go read an article or to purchase your product. So your ROAS will be lower with these than it would be if it was Google or even Amazon PPC. Amazon PPC is like buyer intent marketing. Google can be buyer intent or search intent. And then Facebook is interruptive marketing, just like TikTok, like I just explained. So expect a lower ROAS as a result. That is why we use Google to test messaging first, and then we move to Facebook ads. And so now let's jump into how to do that. So let's come here. Again, I replicated this article. So this article now has different attribution links that are for Facebook ads, not for Google ads, for Facebook ads. So specific attribution links for Facebook ads. I show you how to make attribution links in the previous videos, and we're just going to replace all of these attribution links with the Facebook tracking. Once we have that, all we're going to do is keep it simple. We're going to create a Facebook post. And so what I like to do is come over here. I'm going to go over to my Facebook account. I'm going to go into Dr. Barry's, and I actually need to switch to Dr. Barry's. And I'm actually going to show a different article. Let's show this one. All right. So I'm going to come over here to Facebook. We're going to make a post. So I'm going to put this post right here. You're going to see it pop up. It's going to pop up the picture that you have. So make sure you take a little time for that picture that's on the article, because that's what's going to pop up. That's what's going to be the lead magnet, essentially get people to click on it. And then what I usually do is I can take this whole article. I'm going to go over to my acid reflux bot channel. You can do this inside ChatGPT or whatever. I'm going to say, make me a Facebook post for this article. And it's going to be that whole article in there. There you go. Now I'm going to say one more thing. Make them want to click to read more in the article. There you go. Let's go back here. And again, this isn't like the perfect ad training for Facebook. It's just a basic ad. Trying to keep it as simple as possible. Let the content do the talking. So I'm going to put this right here. That's going to be the link. I'm going to put another link right there. Okay. So we're going to post that. Now that we have that posted, you can just boost it. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it, but I like to have a little more control with my daily budget. So what I'm going to do here is now I'm going to come over to Campaign Manager. I assume you already have an account opened up. I'm going to go to Create. We're going to do a traffic campaign because we're just trying to get link clicks, because that's what we can track. We can't track sales, which is what most people would do if you're doing it to a Shopify store, but we can't track that. So we're just trying to track link clicks. I'm going to click Continue. We're going to do a manual traffic campaign. Once we have that, I'm going to name it. And so let's go back to our measurables sheet. I'm going to scroll down here. We're going to call this Facebook TGC. This is going to be 02. And that's the name of it. So then we're going to come back over here, name it the exact same. That's what you're also going to name your attribution link as well. We're going to scroll down here. That's it. That's all you have to change there. We're going to click Next. Go to Website, send traffic to your website. And then I like to start out small. Start out as small as 250, but I'm going to go with 5. We're going to start it immediately. Audience controls. If you have things that you can change in your audience, like if you're in the menopause space, 40-year-old females is what you want. And so what you're going to do that way is just click this audience suggestion. Otherwise, just leave it open. If you don't know your target demographic, just don't touch anything here. Make sure you have your location correct though. And then you can change age and demographic right here, but you don't need to do detailing. You don't need to do any of this. Just leave it wide open because their AI knows more than you. So then we're going to click Next. We're then going to scroll down here. We're going to use an existing post for ad setup. And then when you scroll down here to add creative, click Change Post, and you're going to find that latest one you just did. We're going to click Continue. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You can do a call to action button, like learn more. So let's put learn more, but you don't need it. You don't need a call to action button. But it just adds that button right there. And that's it. Now we're going to click Publish. And it's going to publish our ad. And then we just start tracking it like we normally would with our Google Ads. All right, I wanted to show you one more step on how to take your Facebook group to that next level. And this is going to be a lot of manual work. So some of you guys are going to shy away from this, but I can't tell you how important this step is. So I had ChatGPT create a message for me that pretty much welcomes these people to the group before I do my Group Collector approve. So what I do here is I hover over their name, I click message, and I'll message them this, and I'll put this message down below, but welcome to the Natural Acid Reflux Support Group. I'm so glad you joined us. As you know, dealing with reflux can really disrupt your life. I wanted to recommend trying Dr. Berry's Reflux Essentials. It's an all-natural supplement that helps relieve symptoms without the harsh side effects. So I am going straight for the kill. I'm not warming them up. I'm just getting them exposed to our brand right away. Here's why you should consider it. Just talks a little bit about the benefits. Pretty much I took my bullets and then reformatted them. Reflux has provided real relief for many in our community. I hope it can do the same for you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. Get it here on Amazon. And I have an attribution link in there. Wishing you comfort and relief. I send it, and then I hit GC approve. Close that one. Message, copy and paste, send, let them in. Message, and you do have to send this from your personal Facebook account. So you're letting them into your personal life. Now this will go to the message request area, but you never know. You never know how many people this is going to hit. So if you're getting 20 to 30 new leads a day like we are, and they're not always putting their email address in, we're just getting into their inbox one more time. So try it out. It's boring, but I do it every day. So you know how it goes.
Hey, I wanted to thank you for watching this video, and I picked out another video just for you. So make sure you check out that other video. And what do they need to do? Do they need to like and subscribe? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.